He's got this calm demeanor that I think suits him well. He's played in big games, college. You know, I said this at the start of the season. I felt like our two was inside the best 32.
For myself, I just want to go out there and play the absolute best I can for the guys in this locker room. That's all I really care about. You know, thankfully I got a ton of amazing guys, amazing human beings in the locker room, but also, you know, amazing football players. So
he's got a type of mojo with him, a type of confidence with him that you rarely see. He's got everything it takes, you know what I mean, to shine on this level, and I'm looking forward to it.
It's an unbelievable story, and Sal Paolantonio is exactly the right man to cover it for us. He's got the Broncos for us today. Sal, what has been Sean Payton's message to this team?
I'm not worried about Stidham. I'm worried about everybody else. You just do your job. That was the message that Sean Payton conveyed to his football team. And where did he get it? He got it from Bill Parcells. Let me take you behind the scenes. I was here last Saturday night when the Denver Broncos won that game in overtime over the Buffalo Bills. The lights went out in this stadium when we heard the news that Adam Schefter put out that Bo Nix's ankle was broken and he was gone for the AFC Championship game. I went into Sean Payton's office and I talked to him for a good 10 solid minutes. And the first thing he says to me, I know I'm going to hear from Parcells all about Jeff Hostetler and replacing Phil Simms back in the day. But remember, Jeff Hostetler had 2 starts before he played in the playoffs. Nevertheless, the message was the same that Parcells conveyed to the Giants. I'm not worried about Jeff Hostetler. I am worried about everybody else. And that message was handed down by Sean Payton to his football team. And when you go inside the matchup, who is everybody else? Well, it's the offensive line of the Denver Broncos. They got to keep Jarrett Stidham clean in this football game. Remember, they're getting their starting center back in this football game. He will set the protection. When that comes in for the New England Patriots, that blitz that tormented C.J. Stroud last week, what is the protection going to be? We'll either have hot reads in this football game because you know New England is going to bring the blitz. It's pretty clear that the New England Patriots have decided the road to the Super Bowl is paved with blitzing the quarterback. The weather, if you look at it up on your screen, the weather game time forecast is supposed to be real feel with a lot of snow here in Denver. Actually, Greeny, it's not Denver. It's not Mile High. It's not Empower Field. It is today. City, baby. It's City. Back to you, brother.
Outstanding, Sal. Again, a real feel of 12 degrees as they have been building them up all week. And he mentioned Parcells, and Teddy, you were talking about the mind games, the psychology. And you played for Parcells, and a similar story, because from the moment we got the news that Bo Nix had gone down, Sean Payton has been preaching this message that they're not going to lose this game because of the quarterback.
It's sort of a deflection, really. I mean, and this is Bill Parcells 101, okay? He was his mentor. I played for Parcells. During my rookie year, we were about to play in the AFC Championship. I remember Monday of championship week, right before the big game versus the Jacksonville Jaguars, Parcells says to the entire team, fellas, if you get me to the Super Bowl, I'll show you how to win it. And I thought to myself, did this man just say that? All we got to do, I mean, I was ready to run through a freaking wall right there and ready to play. But what he did was he deflected on the enormity of the situation. That's exactly what Sean Payton did this week. He didn't wait for Shefty to break the news about the broken foot, okay? Right. He came back out in that press conference and says, fellas, yeah, Bo's out for the rest of the season, broke his ankle. Stiddy's going to do great. You watch. He talked about the fans. He said the fans. Go out there and cheer as hard as you possibly can because you'll have 2 weeks to rest. This is a master class in terms of not focusing on Jarrett Stidham and get everybody on your team to focus.
So Sal mentioned Hostetler. It's not exactly apples to apples. Nick Foles, not exactly apples to apples because they played more games. But it's as close as we can get because nothing like this has really happened. What is the key for everybody else to lift up this quarterback?
Well, I think a lot of it is trying to put the quarterback in as comfortable situation as possible. They have a great offensive line, as Sal just mentioned, right? They got Garrett Bowles. They have the right guard, Quinn Miners. They have some pieces there that he should be able to go out and play well. But a lot of it is when Nick Foles went in for us, we're trying to replicate what plays Nick likes to run. We actually got 2 regular season games with Nick. Kind of kept our same offense we had been running. Then we had a bye week leading into the playoffs, and that's really when Frank Reich and those guys sat Nick down and really got to the heart of it. Hey, what do you feel comfortable executing? What do you want to do? And we came out and we performed very well in the postseason. I'm assuming, and hopefully Sean has done that this week with Stidham, sat him down. Like, what do you like? What do you want to run? He's mirrored that with his genius as an offensive play caller and signal caller. So I'm looking forward to see what they do with Stidham today.
Yeah, I went in and did a little research on backup quarterback. So the last time it happened, Teddy Bridgewater was Sean Payton's backup quarterback. They did extremely well, I think 5-1. And when you look at it, what he did is on first down, he's gonna dummy this thing down a little bit or run 53% of the time on first down. That's what he did. And then he gave a huge low-risk throw profile. In other words, 5.9 average distance per throw, all right, with the backup quarterback, 68% completion rate. And then I looked at, okay, what else can he do? Watch for a grinding pace. In other words, he's going to snap the ball 32 seconds on average per play. So he's not going to speed the game up. He's actually going to slow the game down. And look for that. So this is a thing he's going to repeat. Guys repeat what they've done historically, and I can see that kind of system moving forward with Jarrett Stidham.
I kind of disagree, Rex, to be honest. I think Sean Payton is going to be this great okie doke, right? Everybody's expecting him to be conservative, backup quarterback, simplify, rely on your defense.
You want him to sling it. You want him to sling it.
I do. I think he's going to come out and sling it, and he's got a quarterback that's got the same mindset. This is how Sean Payton thinks. He is hyper-aggressive. And listen, Jarrett Stidham, I know he hasn't played a lot of football. He's what I would call a high-ceiling quarterback. Listen, this guy can do a lot. This is his first career start, by the way. We had to go deep into the archives here, playing for the Raiders. Nick Bosa coming off the edge. Again, this guy's a good athlete. He was the #1 dual-threat QB coming out of high school. And this, you can't coach. This is guts. You're getting killed. Hufanga absolutely blowing you up. You keep your eyes downfield, and you throw a 65-yard touchdown pass. He threw 3 in that game, by the way. Fast forward to the preseason this year. Again, he's a veteran. He's played 7 years. He sees the cover zero look. I'm getting pressure. You know what? I'm going to audible. I'm going to bring my tight end in. We're going to max protect this thing. And again, this is the mentality I'm talking about. Look up top. He's got built-in quicks. He doesn't take them. No, this guy's a slinger. We're going for the jugular. 33 seconds left, man. I'm going for it, right? I'm going to push the ball downfield. And this shows up repeatedly in this guy's limited game film. He is willing to push the ball downfield. Here we use cadence. We get the offsides call. Again, we're running play action pass, which you will see today. They don't block a soul. We're retreating. This kid has a live arm. We're going to throw a 40-yard fadeaway deep cross. Again, as great as Bo Nix is, right, and as great a tools as he has, Jarrett Stidham's not a big drop-off from that standpoint. Now, he doesn't have the experience, and we're going to find out today what that looks like. But I don't think the game plan is going to change very much at all.
Well, Alex, you said the word experience, and I think that inexperience would definitely show. You have a head coach like Sean Payton. I think for me, looking at a game like this, do not let a head coach, a play caller like Sean Payton, gain his confidence in how he's going to call this game. Stidham as a quarterback, one thing that I will really say about him, Jason, back to you, he does throw a pretty football. Back to you talking about Nick Foles being able to play 2 regular season games, which y'all gave you a little bit of confidence, right?
Absolutely.
Well, this man, Alex, hasn't played in what, 2 years?
Out of nowhere.
So I just think that we all know this as player, as coach. There's no backup in the National Football League that should be coming on Championship Sunday to beat nobody. So I really think in a game like this, if you go off of last week's game, I'm going to go off last week's game with the play callers of what Bo Nix, and hopefully Bo Nix speedy recovery to you. But last week, being able to have unsung heroes, guys like Marvin Mims, guys like Lil Jordan Humphreys.
Somebody will have to step up.
Because if you look at the passing game of what Sean Payton's going to do, Cortland Sutton has had a heck of a year, but others had to be able to step up like last week. 8 catches, 8 targets for Mims. Humphreys, both of them get in the box. To me, it's going to have to be the supporting cast that's going to have to help Stidham gain some confidence.
Am I the only one? I mean, this is Bo Nix. I thought Bo Nix was one of the best quarterbacks in the league this year. I mean, 8 game-winning drives this guy had. He has pulled Houdini-acts out there in the pocket, extremely athletic, and I understand. The boy, I mean, Stidham can move and all this, but this, I don't want to discount what they just lost because Bo Nix, I thought, was incredible this season.
Man, no doubt. I want to hear from a defensive mind now. Now you're the other side. Now you're Mike Vrabel, and you're preparing for this game. What are you thinking?
I'm going to light his ass up like a Christmas tree. I mean, you say what you want. Dude hadn't thrown a pass in 744 days. He's going to wish he didn't throw one today. I'm telling you. And here's the thing. Nobody's talking about this New England Patriot defense. Oh, by the way, they might be the best defense on the field today. Yeah. So we're going to find out. And now this guy's going to come in there, 7-year backup, started a whopping 4. He's so great, he started 4 games in this league. Come on, man.
Right.
This one, I'm just telling you right now, I mean, go.
Right, because now we're getting real. All right, because now we're getting real. Because now we're getting real. This is a backup quarterback that hasn't played in years, and all the pressure is on the New England.
But there's a lot of pressure in those preseason games that he's throwing up there going against Hayes.
I'm
telling you, it's on. It's on.
It's easy to say I'm going to pressure him and light him up, but in some ways, as a quarterback, that simplifies things.
Yeah.
Nothing, especially with Sean Payton, who's as good as it is. Hey, let's throw a screen versus pressure, and I'll get a 50-yard completion. Nothing would make me feel better as a quarterback.
I actually don't think Zach Kerr should change up what he's been doing because it's been working. They've been doing a great job of mixing up these pressures, doing simulated. They've been doing a fantastic job all playoffs. They should just keep doing that. But one of the things I really liked about those sound bites, Pat Surtain, he said that this kid exudes confidence. It is so important as the backup quarterback. Let me tell you, when you get in that huddle, that starting quarterback goes down, a guy that's been playing well all season, what everybody needs is somebody that's resounding comfort, that knows what they're doing, that is exuding that confidence in the huddle. If Stiddy's doing that, that is a big
Can I get back real quick? Can I get back to Rex's? You talking about the defense for New England, you know, playing. You know, people don't know how good they really are. I talked about the offense for the Denver Broncos. One thing about it, them being able to spread the ball around. The Patriots in the secondary have defenders that can play man coverage. So you talking about coming off the bus, as soon as they get off to leave the hotel, lighting Stidham up with a lot of pressure. I expect tight window throws, a lot of man coverage, because you talking about Carlton Davis, Gonzalez, and Jones back there in that secondary. They can play some tight man coverage and make the windows.
And the thing is, there's difference, like Jason talked about. There's different ways of lighting guys up. Simulated pressures. That's something that we don't see in the league the way we should see it, quite honestly, but we're seeing it from this group. This is a complete defense. It's not just going to line up and play cover one. No, the lighting up thing is going to make you think seeing ghosts, if you will, because all of a sudden you're going to get overloads from one side. He's going to have to decipher things. There's max coverage, all that type of stuff. That's how you light a guy up like this.
We started out this conversation talking about Sean Payton and the motivational mastery, how incredible it would be if they got this done. And does anyone doubt Sean Payton? I don't.
No,
I know what that man can do as a head coach. It's still going to be one to watch.
You said a moment ago, maybe he puts the pressure on the Patriots. We will see. Of all the players who'll be on the field in that game, someone tell me whether or not this guy we're going to see walk